Alex, thanks for joining us. I'm pretty sure you're feeling disappointed there wasn't 3 points on the board for you.
You can look at it two ways, can't you? You can say we got exactly what we deserved for missing goodness knows how many chances during that spell we had in the early part of the game, and then in particular in the first 20-25 minutes of the second half. Or you can say we were really unlucky because they've had very few opportunities on our goal. We've not put them to bed, and we certainly deserve to win the game. Football's a cruel old game, isn't it? And sometimes you win games. We've won games down here and not played anywhere near as well as that. And you've got to look beyond the result. We certainly have, and the players certainly will. 14 games in, you can't look beyond the result when you're about 42 in, because you're at the business end of the season. But when you're 14 in, you've got to look beyond the result there and look at what went into the performance and what it will certainly lead to in future. It's going to lead to us winning plenty of games, isn't it, if we play like that? But we didn't. We found a way not to win the game.
What was the positives that you hope now that you'll take out of it, even though you didn't get 3 points?
Loads of positives. I'm looking at it balanced and measured. Loads of positives. Of course, we've not won a game and we need to get back on that winning trail. We've drawn yet another game, and there's far too many draws in there, and we dropped so many points at home now, it's not funny. And from winning positions, it must be 10-11. But that's on us, isn't it? That's not a hard luck story, it's a fact, and we have to find a way to not shut out games when we're winning. The way we played today, go on and extend our lead and really force home the dominance that we had. And I'm hoping it'll look a lot different in a few weeks' time when we're in that situation. We'll go on and score 2-3 goals. There was definitely a sense of anxiety and nervousness, wasn't there? Because we want to get that win to get ourselves moving forwards again. We've been stuck in 13th place for about 4 weeks now, haven't we, in that table, and we're not going to move forward unless we really start to throw some wins together. But like I say, you can't not take positives from that, and we certainly will when we pour through the performance.
Do you think there's just that shortage of belief when they got the first goal that you said would want them to try and get the second and third goal? Is it still just holding back a little bit?
Whether it's belief or being clinical and composed, I don't know. At the minute, we've only got 2 goal scorers, haven't we? We've got one prolific one, and one that I think will end up prolific as the season goes on, in Donny. Nobody else has scored any goals other than one from Rodney, one from Kelvin and one from Lachlan in the league. That's not enough. And the amount of opportunities we created today, where others have had opportunities to get off the mark this season, weren't taken. And ultimately, you're always thinking then, as you go into the latter stages of the game, it could come back and bite you on the bum, and it did.
It was an eventful end to the first half, wasn't it? There had been a great save from your goalkeeper from a shot from the edge of the penalty area, which he got his arm to, and then all of a sudden you're giving away a silly free kick, and then there's a penalty conceded. Yeah,
it was a strange old phase of the game, wasn't it? I can't really work out what happened. Was it a handball from Courtney? We're not seeing it back, obviously, because we'll look at that. If not now, then tomorrow and Monday. But Arthur did well to save it, and obviously we're to thank our lucky stars that the rebound somehow went over from Miller as well, wasn't it? So that leads you to think that it might just be your day, and it only becomes your day if you obviously do the things that you should be doing. We did that by and large, but we didn't obviously show enough composure in the box, as I said, and that's where the game was decided in terms of the outcome.
I don't want to take away from the performance of the youngster Joel Tamner, because I thought he was top drawer, proper,
fantastic, yeah,
a proper career player. But I bet he's sitting in that dressing room thinking he should have added a goal or two to what was a great performance.
Yeah, well, he came off, and obviously I acknowledged him, gave him a little hug, and he whispered in my ear I should have had 4, and I said, I know, go sit down. Go sit down, well done. But he's only going to get better and better and better. And I enjoyed watching that today, I really did, and you could see the reaction from the crowd at the end. They know where we're heading towards. And along the way, as a result of playing like that, we're going to be on the wrong end of some scorelines. We are. It's just a natural consequence of being obviously open and on the front foot. But you'll get your rewards in the end, you will, because we've got enough good players who are developing at a rate of knots that will allow us to hit our, not peak, but certainly work towards finding our peak this season. if not in the next month, then hopefully as we start to enter that mid-third of the season. We are in the mid-third of the season now, aren't we? We're 15 games in after Wimbledon, so all of a sudden that's crept up on us, and you know, we've amassed, you know, a decent amount of points, but we want more. We've got high ambitions, and we'll work towards it.